Hello and welcome back to my Odoo theme development tutorial, and in today's video we will be creating static snippets. Basically, Odoo snippets are the building blocks that you can easily click and drag into your website pages. There are two types of snippets in Odoo, static and dynamic. But today we will focus only on static snippets. At the end of this tutorial, you will learn how to create new custom static snippets, create your own group of custom snippets, use the snippets in different pages, and add mega submenu as snippets. Let me show you what we will gonna do in this tutorial. So in our homepage, let's try to edit. As you can see, we have our new building blocks, property agents, and new properties, and we have a new group which is your home. Below are the default building blocks of Odoo. Let's try to click and drag property agents. If you click these snippets, you have the option to change the image border, small, medium, large. We have the option to make the company name hidden, and we have the option to choose how many columns we want. And then let's try new properties. If you double click this image, you can replace the image you want, and then you can easily change the text here. We can also change the background if you want. Let's try also property agents. Let's click save. Now our new building blocks are being added. We can try to add it in services page. Let's say we want to add the property agents at the bottom of the page. Let's change the background. Click save. Now we can see property agents at the bottom of our page. We will also create a snippet for our submenu. Let's try to create a new mega submenu and name it by properties. And let's move it under property for rent. Click by properties and edit. As you can see, this is the default mega submenu in Odoo. So click this submenu and scroll down in mega menu and select the template and scroll until you see for rent. So basically, this is the submenu for property for rent, but we can use it for buy properties. Let's try to change the background color. So let's scroll at the bottom. If you see this background, click and then select maybe this purple color and click save. Now if we click for property for rent, we have already the submenu and also for buy properties. Going back to our project, first let's create a new folder called Snippets, and we will store all our snippets code inside this folder. First, we will create property agents snippets. Let's name our file property agents.xml. Let's add a declaration and type Odoo. So in creating snippets, we need a template. Let's type template and ID will be property agents. The name property agents, and the code, we will just copy what we have already done in our home page. Let's copy the entire code and paste it here. Let's fix indentation. And don't forget to add it in the manifest file. It's under views, snippets, and property agents.xml. But even if we restart the server and try to see it in our browser, let's update the theme. Let's refresh the page and click edit. It will still not show because we haven't tell Odoo that add that template into these building blocks of code. To do that, let's go over our website module and let's see how we will add our template into the website builder. Website, views, and snippets. You will see in this folder all of the building blocks. Say for example, you want to see cover. As you can see, it's the same what we did in property agents. So it's only a template. Now let's see how we will add these property agents into our website builder. Let's go back to website module add-ons folder and let's scroll and let's open snippets.xml into PyCharm. This is the templates for our website builder. This is the structure. And inside structure, we have banner, cover, text, image. Let's see if it's there. So you can see it's the banner, it's the cover, it's the text image. So now we have the idea on how we will add our template into our website builder. Let's create a new file under snippets folder. Let's name it snippets.xml. Add the declaration, type Odoo. So what we will do here is we will inherit this template and we will add a new panel header and we will call it your home. So to inherit this template, first let's create a template. ID will be custom snippets and the inherit ID is, since this template is under website module, we need to add website and next the name of the template, which is snippets. The name will be custom snippets. So we will use XPath and the expression will be double slash to search in all elements inside the template. So we want the div with an ID snippets. Let's type div at ID is equal to snippet structure and the position will be before. So same thing, we will copy this code. Let's close all the tags and let's say we name it your home and let's try to copy this code and add this file into our manifest file. Restart the server and update the theme. Let's refresh the page Click edit. Now we can see your home into our website builder. So let's go back to our snippets file and let's change this to theme your home, which is the name of our module, and then the template ID which is property agents. Let's go back to Odoo, update our theme, refresh the page, and click edit. Now we see property agents. Let's try to click and drag. Okay, we have successfully added property agents, but we still have issue because the image icon is not correct. So let's fix this. I already have the icons for this in my image folder, agents svg. So let's replace this to theme your home, static, source, img, snippets, and agents svg. Okay, let's go back to Odoo and update theme, reload the page, click edit. Now the icons has changed. These keywords here are used for searching. For example, we type property and agents. Let's go back to Odoo, refresh the page, click edit, and in the search bar, let's type property. Our snippets are showing. Let's try agents. Our snippets are showing. Now let's add this snippet into our page, but we need to have an option to add a border of these images, and they can select the thickness, which can be small, medium, large, and extra large, and then we need to add an option to hide the company name. Let's go back to PyCharm and go again under website snippets. Let's try to search snippets options. Okay, snippet options. So same thing, we need to inherit this template. So going back to our snippets XML, let's try to add a new template. ID will be custom snippet options. Let's make it property agents options, and inherit ID will be website and the name of the template, which is snippets.options, and the name is property agents options. Let's go back and let's see some possible code that we can copy. Okay, I think this is a good example. Let's copy and paste. But we need to use XPath, and the expression should be, let's see, let's go up and let's select this div. So it will be div at id is equal to data.js is equal to box and position will be after or before, that's fine. And let's add it inside XPath. Let's remove the ID and the selector. You need to add the class you added in your template so that when you click this snippet, it will know that this option will be triggered. Let's remove all of that and let's change the string to image border. Let's try to change the text for now. Let's make it first is none, and then small, medium, and now let's remove this, large, extra large. Okay, let's go back to Odoo and update theme. Let's reload the page, click edit. Let's click and drag. So if I click this, I should see that option. Okay, so it's working, image border, and if I click, I see all the options. Okay, next let's fix the default image border. It should be none. So going back to our code, let's make this classes border none, border small, border medium, border large, and border extra large. And to make the image border as none by default, we need to add it here under our template, property agents template. Let's reload the page, click edit. Let's add again into the page, and if we click property agents, you can see that image border none is selected by default. Of course, if you select, nothing will change because we haven't yet added the classes. So that's the next thing we will do. Let's create a new SCSS file into our SCSS folder. Let's name it property agents.scss. We have already styles for our property agents. Let's try to copy and paste it here, and don't forget to add it in the manifest file. Let's add it here under web assets frontend, and let's rename it to property agents. Let's try to comment this. Let's see if it doesn't change. Restart the server because we changed the Python file. Update theme. Let's reload the page. Hopefully our code doesn't change. I think it's working fine because our design hasn't been changed. So now we can use this to do our snippet options. So going back to our snippets, we have this class border none, and then next is border small. So let's copy this class and add it here. Let's type and border small. Basically what happens if they select border small, this will be automatically changed to border small. They change border medium, it will change to border medium. That's why in our SCSS I added and sign and the name of the class. Basically if you are not using SCSS, it will be property agents and period and then the name of the class. But since we are using SCSS, we need to simply add and. Let's revert back to border none. Since we have the class on the section, we can target any element here and add the changes we want. Since we are targeting this element, so we need to copy agent img container and then let's add the class border 1 pixel solid and let's make it secondary. Let's go back to Odoo and reload the page. Click edit, click and drag to our page. So if I will select small, I should see some border. So it's working, but we still need to make this div as rounded. So let's go back to our XML file and make it rounded circle. Let's reload the page again. Click edit. Click and drag and let's try it. Okay, it's working fine now. Now let's do the other classes, medium large and extra large. Copy, paste 3 times and then make this as medium. Let's make it a 3. Large, make it 5. And then extra large, make it 10. Let's reload the page. Click edit. Click and drag and let's try to select the other border. Small, medium, large, extra large. So it's working fine. Now let's do the option for hiding company name. We just simply copy this and change the string to company name. And we need only 2 options. The classes will be company visible and company hidden. Let's make it visible and then hidden also for the string. Let's copy company hidden and then add ensign and company hidden. Going back to our template, we need to add a class for this company name so that we can target this. Let's make it company company name, copy and paste to all company name, go back to SCSS file, type company name, and let's add a style display is equal to 9. Let's go back to Odoo and reload the page. Click edit. So now we can see that we have a new option, company name. If I will select hidden, now the company name disappear. So if I will click visible, it will return back. So no need for adding styles for visible because it is by default the display is black. But one thing we need to do is to make this visible as default. So we need to copy company visible to our main section. Let's reload the page. Click edit. Let's add to our page and let's see, now the default is visible. We still need to add an option to our agents to delete and to select how many agents we want to add. Right now, it's not possible. Let's go back to PyCharm. In our property agents template, in this class, we need to replace it to row, and all of the agents div, we need to replace mx5 with call class. Copy and paste. Let's reload the page. Click edit. Now let's try to delete one agent. Okay, that's possible, but we still have issue because this is not properly aligned. Let's go back to PyCharm. Let's add class here, mx auto. Means the margin for both left and right will be auto. Let's copy the same to all of the div holding the images. Go back to browser and reload the page. Click edit. Now it's properly aligned. Let's try to delete one. It's working fine. If you want to revert back, then under columns, we can select how many number we want. Let's try to make it 5 or 3 or 6. So now you have the options to select how many columns you want and delete the agents you want. So we have completed adding property agents snippet. Now let's do the other snippet, which is new properties. So we can just simply do the same thing we did for property agents. So let's go back to homepage.xml and let's copy the code for new properties. And here we need to create a new file, new properties. Add the declaration, type Odoo, add a new template, ID will be new properties, the name will be new properties, And then let's paste the code. Let's fix the indentation. Don't forget to add to our manifest file. New properties.xml. And in our snippets, let's add a new snippets in our your home group. And let's copy the ID. And the icon will be properties.svg. The keywords will be property, new property, or houses. Let's restart Odoo because we added a new file and we changed the manifest file. Go back to browser, update theme, and reload the page. So if I click edit, I should see two snippets on your home. As you can see, I can click and drag this, and also property agents. One thing I noticed, there's a space. I think there's a margin tab on our new properties, so let's fix it. Let's remove margin MT5 margin tab. Reload the page. Click edit. Let's change the background. Okay, now it's working fine. Let's click save. We can try to add it in services page. Click edit. Let's say we want to add it at the end of our services page, and let's change the background. Okay, and I don't want to add the company name. Click save. As you can see, it's working perfectly. Now let's do the snippets for our mega submenu. I tell you what exactly the issue. Say for example, I edit this property for rent submenu. Say for example, I accidentally change this to multi-menus and save it. Now I don't have a chance to bring back that submenu again because in the option, you will not see that submenu again. Going back to Odoo, let's create a new file and name it rent megamenu.xml. Type Odoo, and then we need to add a new template. ID will be rent mega menu, name rent mega menu, and the code, we just simply add the code from our menus.xml and paste it here. Let's fix indentation, and don't forget to add it in our manifest file. Let's name it, should be rent mega menu.xml. But we have issue here because we cannot add our submenu in our your home group because it's under this option under mega menu template, and these are the options. We need to know the code for this template and add our mega submenu. So let's try to copy this. Going back to website snippets, let's try to search mega menu. Let's see if this is the correct code. We have multi-menus, yes, correct. Next is image menu, Odoo menu. Okay, so this is the correct code. So going back to our snippets, we need to add a new XPath into website snippet options because mega menu belongs to this template. Let's type XPath and the expression we need to target is specifically this code. We select with data name mega menu template option or OPT. So expression will be we select at data name is equal to, let's copy the data name. Let's copy one of the menus. Copy and paste and replace the label to rent menu. The template will be under theme your home, that the ID of our template. Copy and paste, and the icons, let's copy our existing code and just replace the file name. The file name is rent mega menu, rent dash mega dash menu. Let's go back to Odoo and update theme. Reload the page. Click edit and click property for rent, and let's select the menu we just added. Okay, so we got an issue here. View theme your home done. Okay, we have an issue here. It's an access error. Theme your home that rent mega menu is private. We need to go into the backend and search, for example, these multi menus, and let's see how it was created. Let's go to technical. Let's go under views. Right click, open link in new tab. So in this model ir.ui view, you will see all the templates that we have created. For example, we did our rent mega menu. So if I will copy this name and paste it here and search view, you will see that it's successfully added here. Let's duplicate this and let's try to search multi-menus. So let's open. You can see that the template we created has missing data, like in the access rights we have user types internal user, and here we don't have. So this is the issue because this template has no group access. So let's try to do the same like in multi-menus. Let's go back to our PyCharm and let's create a new record. ID is the name of our module, theme your home, and then the name of this template, which is rent mega menu, and the model will be ir.ui.view. Next, we can target specific fields. Say for example, the field name, and the value will be rent menu. Next, the view type, it will be QM. Next, the key will be same thing we added in the record ID. Next, let's add the access rights, and the field name is groups ID. Since it is a many-to-many field in Odoo, there's a specific way to add many-to-many fields. Let's go back to PyCharm. Let's duplicate this code and let's name it groups ID. Let's first search in Odoo how they are adding many-to-many fields. Let's copy, right-click to any directory, and select Find in Files. Let's paste the code and make sure you are in the directory of our Odoo server. So if Odoo server is not showing here, you need to click this button and go into Odoo server and click OK. So we can see a lot of codes how to add many-to-many field. Let's just copy one. Copy code with eval, and then let's paste it here. So the issue here is we don't know the XML data of this group, user types internal user. So to check that, we need to go under rest.groups model, which is here. Open link in new tab, and then let's select user types internal user. On the menu bar, let's click this bug icon and view metadata. Let's copy the XML ID and paste it here. Next, we need to add the architecture, which is the design. So the field name is ArcBase, or this is same as Arch, ARCH. So let's duplicate this and let's name it ARCH. And then we can just simply add our design here. Copy and paste. Fix the indentation, and we can simply delete this template. Okay, let's check before we upgrade. Name, type, and this should be key, not type. And then I think we still need to have this code, the name, and then we need to add the same ID, and then the name will be rent menu, and inside that we need to add this code. This should be ID. Sorry, this should be T name. Let's go back to Odoo and update our theme. We still have an issue. I forgot to add a type, which is XML. Let's see how this multi-menus arcs has been added. Okay, so let's try to add this. Let's try again. Let's update our theme. I got the issue, guys, because this should be model, not module. Let's go back and update our theme. Now there's no issue. We can reload the page. Click edit And let's add the one we created. Okay, so it's working. Let's save. Let's click property for rent. Now we can create a new submenu, and let's say buy properties, and let's add after property for rent. Click save. By default, this is the submenu. Select this submenu. Let's scroll under mega menu and template, and let's select the template. From here we have the option to change the background. Let's scroll and let's select this background and select maybe this third one, and then click save. Now we have different submenu for property for rent and buy properties. That's it guys for this tutorial, and thank you. See you on my next tutorial.